on OGMW Don Juan 23, co-commissioners of the Madden World League PS4. And today, basically, we're just going to go over some of the things that developed in the first few weeks of the season. We know Madden just came out a couple of weeks ago. I know a lot of people is trying to make the transition from M19 to M20. Some having an easy transition, some are having the hard ones. So we're just going to go over a couple players in our league that basically
Well,
we know of.
I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut you off, but the first thing I want to talk about is the fumbles, man.
Oh yeah. You got to.
I mean, it just gets to a point where you basically just bracing for the fumble, and it's costing people games. It almost cost me one early this morning, but I luckily bounced back. But I mean, it's demoralizing though. I mean, what you think about it though?
Well, I already told you after my first three drives of a game, three fumbles, and I got down 17 nothing. Ended up making it a close, decent game, but those fumbles turned out to be the backbreaker for me and my offense. It's almost to the point where you have to play on conservative, which limits you to special moves. So I'm looking forward to that first patch. I'm hoping they turn down these hit stick fumbles and even non-hit stick fumbles because
Yeah, I was about to
it's too
say,
much.
it's kind of like real life. Like they're playing. A lot of my fumbles come when they get hit from behind.
Yeah,
They don't. In
yeah,
real life when someone don't see someone coming from behind and they come and pump the ball up.
yeah,
It's
definitely.
like happening. But I mean, besides that, I know me and you were talking earlier. You were saying about the with the Mawson, the one on one.
Yeah, I'm looking at it like I have my guy in coverage. He's there. The ball goes up in the air, and out of nowhere, this receiver. I could be on a DB, and the receiver out jumps him by 6 to 8 inches and just comes down with the ball. Now these are not even superstar, let alone superstar X Factor receivers. These are just regular receivers, And I feel like that one-on-one, I got a 10% chance of even getting a ball swat because it seems like those aggressive catches high up in the air are overpowered right now. I'm just trying to adjust to it at this point.
Yeah. That, like I was telling you earlier, that I could deal with that because it works both ways. You can do it also to somebody, but with these fumbles, man, like
True.
these fumbles is kind of ridiculous. But now I hear you though. Like I can understand if Odell's doing it, but then when you got like someone like a no-name person, 68 overall, just 6 foot 5 inches tall doing it, then
such
I
as
understand.
such as Benny Fowler Jr. going up on Bryce Callahan and four catches in a row, and I'm like, come on, you got to be kidding me.
But see, the only thing about that, Don, though, that's my man, Bryce Callahan. I
He's
don't know if you know
5'10",
anything
right?
about it. He's short. That's the
Yeah,
only thing about it.
I figured you would bring
That
that
happened
up.
to him. Yeah, that used to happen to him in 19. So.
True. Yeah, that is one point that you're right about.
But on the overall, I mean, I think we both could agree that the gameplay is much better than 19. Besides with the fumbles, about everything else is
Oh, most definitely. I love the player movement. Me being a guy that loves to run the ball, I can hit the hole exactly how I want. There's no delay on my thumb reaction. I'm hitting the holes that I want. I'm able to change direction and wiggle through holes that I normally wouldn't have been able to get through in previous Madden. So definitely, I definitely love this. I just got to adjust to certain things. Now, one of the biggest things they talked about leading up to this Madden that I definitely realized was true was that these linebackers are not going to just jump up in the air and catch these interceptions that should be to the third level back in the DBs.
Yeah, you know what? I like that. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and lie. I took clear advantage of it in 19. It was perfect for the defense that I ran. But I like that they toned it down. But I think they toned it too down to the point where you can pass like you could get a lot of passes just right over linebackers' heads.
Right there. Like
They
yeah,
don't they don't make no
he
reaction to
won't
it.
react at all. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was like all or nothing. They got to find a median to where it's realistic. But I mean, of course, every matter we could go through, we could have our things we like and things we don't like. But overall, I like this game, and I'm looking forward
yeah.
to the season.
But I tell you like this, man. I'm glad that they fixed that interception and fumble recovery. Whatever they did with it, where you can pick six it now all day.
Instead of
Instead of doing it
stumbling,
all
and
day.
instead of having to
Yeah,
recover off a stumble every time.
I'm telling you, if this thing was here last season, I would have put 100 up about 6 or 7 times, and that's just being modest. That's
Yeah, yeah,
you know
because
what I'm
you
saying.
definitely put 80,
All
80 and
because
almost 90 points on a couple different jokers in these leagues.
decent players too, and they was it wasn't no bum players. These is
Yeah,
matter of fact,
true.
Super Bowl winner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I like that. I like the fact that it rewards the defense. You get an interception, you taking it back. I mean, I lost a game. I lost a game this season already. I was up 1 point, and I went for two. I had to go for twos at the end of the game, and he took the pick back for a touchdown. I lost by 1 point.
True.
Last year's Madden, that wouldn't have happened. He would have stumbled or would have, looking around all crazy.
Yeah.
But that's a good thing though. I like that. But
All right, looking at my season, yeah, first three games, I'm sitting at 2-1. Um,
yeah,
you know, I started a couple other leagues before this began, and I had a couple ups, I had a couple downs. Actually, I'll be honest, more downs than ups. I went into this Madden with high confidence. I was ready. I thought I was going to be able to make a first few seasons push at a deep playoff run. But I have a couple leagues. I've been struggling. I think within the past 2 or 3 days, I've actually found a defense I feel comfortable with. I opened up 2-1 after the first 3 weeks. All right, I'm gonna look at my schedule. I opened up against a rival, Craig Baby 84, who loves his Cowboys and
yeah, he's a
definitely
bum.
he went with
He's
he
a bum.
he he definitely went with Ezekiel Elliott, his first round draft pick.
Yeah,
Because this is a fantasy league, so the teams you see have different players on it. Because we drafted these teams, and I was able to hold.
majority of them. Remember, I sent the draft, so they gonna kill me for that.
Yeah, they're gonna
I
get you for.
apologize again for that. But nah, but no, but Craig actually, up until the draft with him, he was putting together a good draft. He drafted I know he got a good offensive line because that's what he was drafting, and he got Zeke, and he's a runner. So I mean,
Now
I
you
don't know.
know,
I mean, I just don't want people to use this as an excuse to the point of why they're losing because it happened to everybody.
yeah, everybody
I
was
draft
stuck
my
with.
worst stuff. My team is jacked up.
Everybody got stuck with a simulated draft, definitely. You
Exactly.
know,
But
looking at that first matchup, that I was able to. Jameis Winston, he's the quarterback that I drafted. Now I'm not a guy who throws the ball. I throw the ball as least amount of times as I have to. If I can run the ball on you, I'm going to do that. Jameis Winston went 6 for 9, 118 yards and 1 touchdown. For me, that's a good passing game, as you could tell him.
yeah,
He was able to do 204 yards on 8 for 19. So I kind of contained his passing, but he's a runner just like I am. He slowed me down on the run. I had 27 carries with Melvin Gordon, but only 63 yards. But I was able to control him on defense. He only got 20 yards with Ezekiel Elliott. So looking at the second game, I was testing out a new defense that I wasn't really sure what defense I was going to run because I'm normally a dollar kind of guy, so I had to switch it up because you could run all over the dollar, and I fell short by 18. I just beat the Buccaneers 31-10 today, so I'm sitting at 2-1. My division is looking kind of shaky, so I definitely am not out of the running. I'm actually tied for first place in my division. So what about you? How's your season coming along so far?
I'm 1-1, and I'm 1-1 in the division. I opened up with two division games. I won my first one, then I lost my second one. But chalked it up. See what was happening. I don't know what was happening on my D back end. I just kept playing the same defense because I wanted to know what was going on. Like, was he getting hit with a double move? Because the receiver was just like had my D back 5 yards beat.
So you kept playing that same defense?
Yeah, because I wanted to. Yeah, because like I wanted to see like I wanted to like see what was happening.
So basically, you saying you confident enough you can sacrifice a division game and not worry about it.
I'm not gonna say all that because if this was 19, then yeah, I could say that. But it's still a lot of things that I'm trying to figure out with this game. Like I got in all these leagues I got a winning record. I don't got no losing record in no league. Or, I'm 500. I'm 1-1. I'm waiting to play the Vikings or whatever. But I'm just trying to figure some things out because if you remember last year in 19. If your D back didn't have good play recognition or awareness, that double any move at the line of scrimmage, he's gonna be told. I
Yeah.
just want to know if it's the same thing in this league because the receiver that was beating me, it wasn't like he was that much faster than I don't even think he was even.
I think a lot has to do with that receiver's release rating. If his release rating is good.
I'm not bumping and running or anything though. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I'm just like I was trying.
You finding things out. What attributes matter the most on certain coverages.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because he only scored on big plays. It wasn't like it was just bombs. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like what's going on? But the thing about it, I played the game before and ran the same thing, and I think the Broncos might have. I gotta look. The Broncos might have better receivers. Matter of fact, I'm on the game now. The Broncos might have faster receivers, and I held them in check. You know what I'm saying? So like that's why I'm like, and you know me, I run a lot of man defense.
There's a possibility that he put you in route combinations that confused your DB, maybe. Like I said, it's not even September yet, so we all in the learning stage.
Yeah, well, I mean, he got a 95. I mean, I think, I don't even think that the Chiefs got a 95 speed receiver. I could be wrong.
Looking at
No, their fastest is a 93. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like was confused. Like what? Like, but
we're looking at, all right, we're gonna start off in week 1. Looking at some of these scores, a couple of these users that I've never played with or against or seen play, so I don't really know about them. But I know Feeding You Shells. He lost his opening. Oh no, that was a simulation game. Okay, all right.
Yeah, that was
all right.
But we could go through.
Yeah, so I'm on season week 1 right now. So I see the Rams went up against, which is Bubba J went up against Killer Mac. As expected, I would expect Bubba J to win that game. It looks like it was a little closer than I would have called. You on there yet? All right, you see the Redskins came back on the Eagles. The Eagles were up 14, I believe, and he came back and won it in the end. I'm not sure what type of adjustments he made, but that comes down to a division game that could loom big in the future that I kept my eye on. Yeah, I kept my eye on that.
Your division, it's gonna be your division's gonna be a dog fight.
It is. We're gonna see who transitions the best as fast as they can. All right, that next game, Old Prince, Old Keese, 1983, OGMW. That's one of our running mates there. He looks pretty sharp right now. I gotta say, he looks pretty sharp right now. He looks.
I would have to give him the nod as the top, probably the top player
In the league right now.
It's only week 2.
Yeah, it's early, but hey, if you can get there early, why not?
But then again, you gotta look at this also. Like you gotta look at schedules also.
Yeah, he beat Keith the King, which I ended up losing to week 2. The game, if I ever had to play him again, I think will be a lot closer. So we'll have to see on that.
He's not a bad player though.
Absolutely not.
But I know Keith. I know Keith. Our Keith. With the Jets, he handled him pretty easily.
Yeah, definitely.
Going 11-point win. I watched some of that game, and it was, he really couldn't do too much.
All right, next we move on to Agent Forville Rick versus Cookin 222, which was a 7-point win by the Falcons, which is used by Agent Forville. Huh?
Pretty Ricky, huh? That's
Pretty
what they
Rick.
call him.
That's what they call him. Yeah. So he always seems to get the job done. He plays a very, very traditional game. Like he turns the NFL Sunday into a video game. He doesn't. Yeah, from what I can tell, he don't really take many chances. Like he plays it like you as if you was watching it on TV.
Yeah,
You
he's a
know.
solid. I mean, Rick is someone that's always gonna be there at the end.
Yeah, yeah. No matter
You
what,
hear about him all
you might not
season.
hear about him, but then when the playoffs
He's always
come,
gonna be.
his name is still
Always
alive.
gonna
It
be.
reminds me of the Seahawks. They're just there. Yeah. All right. Now I
Always gonna
see.
be there.
Now with this Ravens Dolphins, it's really not hard. He did not play Zwando Rondo. That was a different user at that point.
Yeah, yeah. See,
So
like that dude, I don't know.
I'm
He
not
was
sure.
made.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
not sure how good he was or anything, but I know. Go
Rondo
ahead.
could play though.
Yeah, had that been him,
Yeah,
it could have been a different outcome.
yeah, yeah. Zondo Rondo could definitely. He's definitely at the top. You know, at elite player.
All right,
You know,
Young Whip.
coming off from 19.
Young Whip was the Chief. Is the Chiefs? He played against TTV Wampers, which is the Jaguars. So that turned out to be a close game, which I kind of expected. I didn't really take a look at their rosters, but 28-24 sounds about right to me. Steve-O 1K versus Sam Mack. Now I never played with or against Sam Mack or ever seen him play, but I definitely know Steve-O.
What you were talking about earlier, talking about players not adjusting to
Transition into M20 style.
transition into 20.
You feel that's one of the situations with Sam Mack?
Transitioning well, because I mean, I told you before the season, I brought him from another league that I was in that I was in 19, and he was one of the better players in the league. So I definitely thought he was gonna make some noise, but
Like you said, that's week one, yeah. But Steve O, which used to be Jam Down, he's always been a solid player.
he's solid. Yeah,
He always been a solid player. So if you're still in the learning stages and he's ready, you're gonna get beat 35-7, which he did. All right, moving on to these are two force games. We'll skip that. Yeah, Cool J versus Desire.
You already know what you're getting out of Cool J.
Yep.
Defense. He's gonna run the ball.
Yeah, he's gonna run the ball. He's gonna play solid defense. I know all about that because that's my style. Yeah. That score, I kind of expected. So that's not a shocker.
That's a Cool J. Like he doesn't. I mean, once in a while he'll blow somebody out the water, but his game is not really putting a whole bunch of points up.
Yeah.
He beats you up. He beats you to death, suffocates you defensively, and then controls the clock. You know.
All right. So we went over my game versus Craig. How about
Yeah, he went over your game.
how about Grandpa D, which is the Lions versus Little Vic 4226? Does that
Little Vic, that's my man.
does that score? Would you have expected that score?
Little Vic, yo, let me tell you something. I never lost a Little Vic. Well, this is in 19. But little Vic could play. He could flat out. He could flat out.
So that score don't shock you? A 14-point win against Grandpa D?
Grandpa D is a solid player too. You know, he's a vet in the GOAT.
Yeah. But like you said, this is the first week that they played with their teams, everybody. So you still get familiar with certain players.
Quarters, man. We played 4 quarters.
Exactly.
We're not even in the second quarter yet.
All right, next we're gonna move on to OGMW's own half-born Todd versus Killer Goat 187. By the way, I gotta shout out Killer Goat. He's celebrating his 40th birthday today. So happy birthday, Goat.
Okay, go.
You know, maybe
Goat is struggling, man.
maybe you could get a win on your birthday. Yeah.
Yeah, Goat is struggling, man.
Yeah, he definitely is.
And it don't get no easier for him either, because I think he got Jets this week, but he might get a 4 because I think the Jets I think OGMW Old Prince is away
For a couple days, right? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, handling some family business or whatever. So you might get a 4, so you get a lucky one.
Yeah,
You
because
gonna get a win.
he definitely would have been a big underdog in that matchup.
Yeah, he would have been. Yeah, he would have been a big
All right, now Money the Prince versus Big Play Gunny. I've never seen Money the Prince play, but I know
Never heard
Gunny
of him.
all too well. Uh, Gunny actually won a big game today that we'll discuss later on. But Gunny to me, in my opinion, is like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Gunny can beat one of the top players in Madden, then he'll go lose to one of the bottom five players. It's his style. It's very unique. It's different. According to him, he's a legend. So don't bite my head off,
Man, I
Gunny.
mean,
But Gunny definitely,
coming from, I respect. Gunny's one of the players I respect. I got respect for. You know, he's a Super Bowl winner like myself. You know, so I have no choice but to have respect for him. But you can't be saying you're legendary and doing all this and doing that, and then you get smacked. Because remember the last season in the goal, he didn't make the playoffs.
yeah, he didn't make the playoffs. Yeah,
You know, he didn't, and it was tight over there. There was a lot of competition, in the NFC. You know, he didn't make it. I know, we both know what he's capable of.
yeah, definitely.
Like you said, it's which gunny you gonna
Which
get.
Gunny you gonna get? What? Yeah, which Gunny wakes up?
But I'm gonna tell you like this though. I played a lot against him, and I know the way he plays, and I know when he had Vic, how he used to run around and do this and do that. All that is dead. All that stuff is dead in this matter. With that real player motion, and you gotta gather yourself to throw the ball.
Yeah, definitely.
It's it's over. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people gotta adapt to to these new features that Madden brought. Just even with the buttons, with with the slant to the
Yeah,
line. I still
certain
sometimes
adjustments on the defensive line, linebackers. You got to get used to it
I
because
run commit sometimes.
L1 definitely can
Yeah.
put you in a bad spot, thinking that's the D line, but now it's run commit or pass commit and things like that. All right, now how about your opening game against backup bitch, and that's Joe Blow.
Um,
I see you won
you know,
31-11. You guys have played probably over 10 or 12 games with each other, being in the same division last
I
season.
mean, I mean, this is, going from, our scores from last Madden, this could be like a victory for him. Because usually I beat him like 70, 80 to 10, like crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
I'm still trying to, figure some things
Like I
out.
said, that was week one. Um,
Yeah.
so we want to jump to two
We
or
cool with the
skip
weeks
to
though. Yeah,
jump to
we
two.
cool with weeks. Yeah.
All right. So Desire beats Killer Mac 24-20. I could see that
He's
happen.
struggling, man.
Yeah, Killer Mac
Killer
struggling.
Mac's struggling. He's struggling. But the thing about one thing I'm gonna tell you about Killer Mac is it's not gonna. He's gonna get on his feet.
Yeah, it'll take. Yeah,
He
yeah. I don't think he'll struggle. I don't think he'll be a bottom feeder for the whole season. Definitely not. All right, now Little Vic.
Big too. Yeah.
Little Vic versus it's really not hard. Little Vic looked real strong. He put up 52 points against a guy that I know can play decent defense. Um,
I was telling you about Lil Vic. Remember
yeah,
I was telling you
I
last week.
really don't know if he's on my schedule or
Yeah,
not, but
I was
that he
mad
didn't
that
finish
Lil
out
Vic
the
was hurt.
season last year, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah,
some things went on. He said he wasn't going to be able to do it, but he can play. He can play.
true,
No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He can play. I feel like he can beat anyone on any given day. I mean, just as well as anybody. But I know what he's capable of. Playing him. I think I might have played him in the playoffs twice last year, in last year's Madden or whatever. But he can play though. He can play. He can definitely play. So
true.
I'm not too surprised about that.
All right, Craig Baby went against AGR 13-197 in a division
So I was one
matchup.
of my other peoples, man. That's one.
Yeah,
We was all in the same. Me and AGR was in the same division last season,
all right.
and He's a solid player. Craig
Yeah, I
is
see he pulled out.
1.
Yes, Craig still haven't really put many points up on the board. 3 points in week one, 6 points
Yeah,
in week two.
the only league he scores in is his own. So this ain't nothing. The only league he makes the playoff is his own league. So I mean, this,
Yeah, right.
this ain't nothing new. You know what I'm saying? This is what he does. He makes
Next,
his own league.
this game right
He
here,
losing up.
this game right here Was it the game of the week? I'm not sure. I think it was the game of the week. I think they played. I was at work and I didn't get a chance to see it. But looking at that final score, 24 to 23, and they're in the same division, so I
Yeah,
definitely
it's
am
gonna be.
looking forward to seeing because I know T. Pilch can play. I know for sure he has an offense that can hang with anybody. Like his offense can go against any type of defense and adjust. He's a very he's an explosive offense. I'm telling you because I know firsthand. I played him maybe 3 times and I think he went 40 plus on me all 3 times. You know, and I know we already said Steve-O can play, so I can see that score. I know they're gonna have a good matchup in that second game. Definitely. I'm looking at that to see who wins that division because I feel whoever wins that division, the other one will be a wild card. So if you're in the AFC and you're not winning your division, it could possibly be one wild card seat left because I honestly feel that
Well,
both of
if you
those guys will
remember,
be in
if
the
you
playoffs.
remember, hey yo, if you remember my division last season, we put three in the playoffs a couple times.
Yeah, definitely,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? So it could definitely. I
It could
mean, yeah,
definitely happen
I could. It could
because the
definitely
two
happen.
others in that division are the Jaguars and who's the fourth team in that division? Colts, Titans, Jaguars, and
Colts, Titans, Texans.
Texans. True. All right, we'll get to
And
them.
Money Prince.
Money Prince, which we still don't really know much about at this point. So if he can play, that's going to be a strong, tough division. All right, next we had
Bankroll, man. I can't go with the big slime. I know him Bankroll Benny, man.
Bankroll Benny. Yeah, we all know him as Bankroll Benny versus our own half-born
OGMW.
OGMW for sure. I see Benny was able to pull off. Yeah, that looks about right. You know,
Yeah, looks about right. He's a top player. He a top player. I mean, he's just
yeah, he's been to a couple Super Bowls. He's won a Super Bowl that I know for sure. So that's not going to be an easy game anytime you're going up against Benny for sure. All right, we went over that game with me and Keith the King. He definitely got that, but I definitely hope I see him again. If I have to see him again this year, it would have to be the Super Bowl. But I definitely hope he's on my schedule very soon, next season. I don't want to wait 2 or 3 seasons to see him again. I
well, we
definitely
gotta
do.
go for this right here, man. I mean, what we were saying
Yeah,
before,
yeah,
we
cool.
just play suffocating defense.
Defense and run it down your throat, pretty
He's a
much.
top. You already know
That's an
he's
expected
a top
score.
player.
Yep. All right. B Vic B Vic G Vegas versus Grandpa D. Now this one, I'm gonna be honest with
Yeah,
you.
I'm surprised.
This one threw
I
me
gotta
off.
give my man. I gotta give my man Big Vic some credit on this.
That one
I don't
threw
know
me
about
off.
Grandpa D.
And I know you was looking at that for him to catch this loss, being that he's in your division. And I know he surprised you pulling that win off. I wish I saw the game because I'm surprised that he was able to pull that off. And you know what? I think I saw that score, and I think Grandpa D was up 21 to nothing at one point. Let me click on this game. Yeah, let me click. Looking at it, he was up 24 to 7 at halftime. Grandpa D was, and he got
Yeah, man,
blank,
he got
and
shut
he
out.
got blanked in the second half, and Vegas was able to score 20 points to pull out the win. 17 points in the fourth quarter. So I don't know what type of crumble, what type of yeah, what happened to Grandpa D, but he fell apart in the fourth quarter, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So
That's
all
a
right,
good one for
it definitely is. They could come back to help him later on. So
uh
where we at now? We're at
next 2 games was forces. I want to see Green Bay play though, man. He's 2-0. He ain't playing no games
now
yet.
was Zondo Rondo, which was Toledo, right?
Yes, sir.
Was that he played Killer Goat, right?
Yeah,
I'm
he
that
played
now
football
looking
game.
at that score. Goat might have found something that he can work with because I know Toledo, Zondo Rondo, he put up numbers, man. He put up numbers. He always put up
Oh,
numbers.
hold up. This game went into overtime, bro.
Oh yeah,
This
yeah,
game went into overtime.
yeah.
This is the overtime game.
And Goat did it with
It was 25-7.
136 total yards. Must have been a lot of and Miami only had one turnover. I really don't know how that game worked out. I don't really understand how.
He had 11 rushing yards and 100
Yeah, and that's
receiving.
his thing. And only 125, and he only got him turned over once. I really have no idea how that happened. 361 yards. Look at the first downs, 14-5. I don't know how Goat stayed in that game. I'm gonna have to talk to him and ask him how that game played out, because I don't see how.
Another L. It don't
Yeah,
matter.
yeah,
He
pretty
ate
much.
it off. So
Yeah, but I mean, I gotta say, sometimes certain games that you hang in there with a player that you expect to blow you out can be a moral victory, which can be a confidence booster going into your next week. It can. It might, it might sound bullshit and cliche, but it can help. It can help. You looking at like, okay, this might be working. Now you can develop that defense or offense or whatever. All right, now cooking. Oh, that was like you said, that was a sim game, and then that was the okay. Young Whip versus you tragedy. That game, I saw that game, and like you said, you was trying to see why, and he ended up pulling out a 17-point win. But you guys definitely will
yeah,
play soon. I'm definitely expecting a different outcome in that game too. Um,
he got a good win, man. I congratulate him. Because I've been smacking him around, up and down the field. So he needed this one.
he was due,
This
right?
time we got another
Now this one was a
good
shootout.
game.
I know this one here. Big play Gunny versus Bubba J. That must have been fun to watch. 101 points between these two jokers. 60 to
Yeah,
41. Looking at the box score, 49 of those
yeah.
points was in the fourth quarter. All right.
Hold up.
It was 38 to 14 going into the fourth quarter.
Oh, they just went crazy. They just
They
kept
went
going crazy.
crazy in the fourth quarter, which Gunny did against Benny today. We'll get to those. We'll get to next week. The games have been played in a moment, but yeah, Gunny went, Gunny went off in the fourth quarter, and so did Bubba. So I'm not sure if Gunny's leading his division, but feeding you shells
Yeah,
versus Joe, 21-5. That seems
yeah,
about
that's
right,
about
because
right.
feeding you shells definitely plays defense first. So all right,
Yeah, he's a
Big
contender.
Goog OGMW versus Rick. Now this one,
We gotta give Felix Michelle a little bit more credit, man. He was a
yeah, he's a Super Bowl champ.
Super Bowl champ. He's been to multiple Super Bowls
Vendors,
too.
yeah, definitely. Gotta give him his
AFC
credit.
and NFC.
He definitely did. He definitely did. I remember our game I played against him. It was like 14 to 14, and I pulled out the win. I think by 3 or 6, and it was a tough game. That was a win that you don't ever want to play him again. All right, then we got OGMW's own Big Goo against Agent Fourville, Rickville. Rick,
Score, I see either way. Like that's what I would think.
one way or the other. Yeah, that was a kind
Yeah,
of a
we're looking
toss up.
about 14-9, 14-10.
Now I know, like you said, your man Sam Mack is not really transitioning well yet, but he's going against probably the hottest player in the league right now. OGMW's own old Prince, Keith 1983. He looks sharp right now. All I gotta say is he coming off. He ended this Madden 19 with a Super Bowl, and it don't look like he missing a beat. You know,
Nah, not at all.
don't look like he
Not at
missing a
all.
beat. I gotta give him all the credit in the world.
He looked sharp.
He
He
definitely
looked
looks
sharp.
sharp. Like, watch out. I'm
Sam
curious
Mack
to
is
see
natural, man.
what we'll do is after we go through week 3. I just want to take a look at his schedule because I want to see who I would favor over him. You know what I mean? All right, moving on to week 3. It's only some of the games been played,
We won the week 3 because all the games ain't played yet.
huh? We'll wait on week 3.
Yeah, we can wait on because
All right, we'll do that on the next one. That's fine. All right, you want to go in?
we can look at the schedule. We can go over the Jets schedule if you want.
Yeah, let's look at the Jets. Let's look at a couple teams' schedule. Let's start off with the Jets.
I'll let you go in. I'll say the teams and you let me know favorite or underdog, alright?
Only for the Jets?
I'm gonna do it with the Jets right now. You ready?
Okay, yep.
Big dog.
Oh, he plays Big Goog.
Yeah,
Ah,
Big Goog.
wow, that's very interesting. Wow. I'm gonna say Jets favorite, but I'm curious to see that game. I really am curious to see that game.
I already know the Cowboys,
Blowout victory, Jets.
Patriots,
Blowout victory, Jets.
Jaguars.
Dominating victory, Jets.
This is game. I want to see this. Dolphins.
This is a good test for him. This is going to show me whether it's a hype or it's real. This is going to show me even if it comes down to be a close game, win or loss. If he slugs with them, by then everybody should know their team. You're starting to get in playoff mode. Second half of the season. I'm going to say I'm going to say he's the underdog in that game. Slight underdog.
Old Prince.
Hmm?
You gonna say Old Prince? Who's the underdog?
I'm gonna say the
Miami.
Jets is a slight underdog.
I'm gonna tell you like this about Miami, man. When when the dude said that he couldn't really play anymore and find somebody for the team,
Yeah.
I knew for him. He when he hit me and said that did I have a spot open or whatever? 'Cause the dude didn't even when he had the 10 draft picks, he didn't draft that good. You know
Okay.
what I'm
The
saying?
original
And
Dolphins user, right?
yeah, but I knew when he said he'll take over the team, he knows how to turn like he knows how to build teams. If you saw right when he got the team, he started willing and dealing. I think he traded Luke Kuechly and all types of like he knows what he knows what he's doing. He taught me a lot when it comes to trading and doing stuff. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be for the next whatever amount of seasons. It's gonna be real interesting with them two going head to head.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, I get you
Okay,
there.
all right. You Giants.
Um, See, this goes deeper than just the league game because we play each other more than just
Yeah.
in the league. So I'm gonna say he's a slight favorite over me, but
I
I don't
respect
see a blowout victory coming because I know his style. He knows my style, and it's going to take a lot to move both of us to really move the ball, being that we both know what to expect.
it. Okay. Redskins.
That's another game I'm curious to see. I definitely give Jets the favorite here. I haven't played AGR, but I've seen him play, and as long as Jets team stay healthy, I think he definitely should be the favorite in that game.
Okay. Raiders.
Now that one, I'm calling that the game of the week, no matter what Daddy League say. I don't care if y'all 1-10 each or whatever, however it works out. That's gonna be a fireworks game. Two, that I'm be honest, that could be the AFC Championship. It could be. I could easily see that being the AFC Championship or a deep playoff run for both teams. Um, that's a tough call there, man. I'm gonna have to say the Raiders is a slight favorite in that game at this point, only because that's a tough one, man. Like y'all have a history beyond leagues, and that's a toss up. I can't even call it. I don't know if the Jets is playing if it's legitimate the way he's playing at that level. I gotta say that it's a pick'em game there, bro. That's a throwing a coin up in the air and letting it fall, and you choosing heads or tails. I can't call that. That's a tough one. I can't wait to see that one.
Bengals.
That's a stat game. He gonna get a lot of XP points that game.
Then he got Dolphins.
That's another one. Yeah, we're gonna.
You think they're
Those,
gonna split? What you think they're
I
gonna
could
do?
see a split. I could see a
Okay.
split. I could see a split. Definitely.
He got Ravens.
Think he'll dominate that game.
He got OGMW will have Braun our own.
I definitely think he should cruise to a
I think it's
victory.
gonna be close, but he'll get like a 10-point win. I
Yeah,
think.
he'll pull away with a 10 to 14 point win. Nothing outrageous, but I don't think he'll be threatened too much toward the end.
Then he got the Bills. He finished off with the
I think
Bills.
he will. I think it'll be a similar result as the first game. So I could see him ending the season 13-3, 14-2, at worst 12 and
Well,
4.
you gotta inquire. He about to get a fourth loss. 'Cause,
I could see a 12 and 4, 13-3 finish with him. I can see it. 12-4 sounds about right. You know.
Okay, what other game you want to do?
Um, what other interesting games we got? What other interesting teams we got? Let's see.
We could do. We ain't gonna do ourselves. That'd be corny. We could
Let's
do.
just random. How about?
How about we just do just one a week? Each time we do a podcast, we just pick a team.
All right. Or we could do one more. That way we'll cover every. Well, at this point, we do one more. How about? How
Let's do
about
someone in the NFC.
in the NFC?
Yeah, because we just did. Keith was in the AFC.
How about You wanna go AGR?
I'm a man, AG. How about Low? Okay, alright, yeah,
We go ahead a little bit. We go a little
no,
bit.
we get him next week.
All right. We get AGR this week, and I'll ask you. Wow. Look who.
AGR is. You got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's played this week already, and he lost.
Okay.
So this one's interesting. He's got to go. He's 2-1 going up against the 2-1 Giants, which is myself, next week in New York.
I'm gonna put it to you like this. I see a split. So,
You see a split?
we got 2 games. I see a split.
Okay. So I'll pick whoever pick one. Yeah. All right. Next he got Killer Goat.
He should be Killer Goat, but I think it's gonna be close. I could see like a 3-point game, maybe even a touchdown. Because Killer Goat does play kind of hard, kind of tough defense.
Okay.
But I think AGR will be able to put some points up against him.
All right. That's fair. Dolphins. Toledo's Rondo.
I like the Dolphins.
In a blowout.
That game. I'm not gonna say a blowout. I just like them to win, maybe by 10.
All right. Cool J.
Same thing.
Same thing as the week before.
Yeah.
Cooking. 2-2-2 Vikings.
I like. He wins that game.
Keith the King Bills.
You see, this is the thing. I think we overblowing with the game against that was the first game of the season. By this time it's week 9.
Yeah.
Your players are a little bit more boosted up.
True.
You know your team a lot more better because I'm in a couple different leagues with him, and I don't believe he lost in any other leagues that we're in.
Who Keith the King?
Yeah, I don't believe that he lost. So
Okay.
this is a tough one. I'm gonna go with AGR.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with AGR. I'm gonna go with AGR. He wins that game. Close game.
All right. That's fair. That's fair.
Uh,
All right. Now his matchup with the Jets. OGMW's old Prince. Jets.
I like the Jets. Yeah.
Okay. How about Grandpa D with the Lions?
I like AGR.
Okay. All right. How about Killer Mac and the Panthers?
This is gonna be a tough game for him because by week 13, I think Killer Mac he'll have a game plan or a scheme or something. But I like AGR.
Okay. How about Merck? 239 Oucher. I've never really seen him
I
play.
don't know anything about him.
Yeah, we gotta,
I gotta
yeah,
go AGR.
we got to get back to you on this guy. I don't know much about him. I definitely don't. All right, Big Goog, OGMW's on in a division game.
He won the first game, so I'm gonna give Google this one.
Okay, and like you said, you
Then we
think
got
we'll,
split.
so yeah, and then Craig, baby.
He wins. He wins. This is the easy.
So you looking at a 10-6, 11-5 for him, maybe, possibly 10-6.
Yeah, somewhere. I think that's gonna win our division.
What?
Like,
You think 10-6 will win our division?
10-6, 9-7.
Ooh, even 9-7.
They're gonna beat each other up. Y'all gonna you gotta look. They're gonna beat each other up, and then y'all play the AFC
East.
Y'all play what is it? The AFC East.
Which,
I don't know if y'all all play the 49ers. You know
uh,
what I'm saying? So,
yeah, yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, you understand. You understand what I'm saying? Then we don't know what the Packers is. He could be a juggernaut.
True,
You know
that's
what I
true.
mean? So,
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? So like 10-6. I mean, if someone gets to 11-5, I think they good. I think
they lock up the division, right?
Yeah, easily with 11-5.
Well,
But
this,
I think it's gonna be a
it's a big game me and AGR have next week. Um,
Absolutely.
you know, I
But
definitely
you gotta understand, that's gonna be the first quarter.
of
Things
the
really
season.
start forming and knowing what's going on when week 8 come.
Halftime, yeah.
Yeah, that's when you like, oh, okay, I gotta, you know what I mean? If you 3 and 5, you know it's a problem. Like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? So that's really the point where you can really start to see what stuff is forming at.
True, true.
But I think it's your league is probably your division is probably the funnest division because it's y'all all first y'all all could play and it's just gonna be a draw. It reminds me
Nobody's
of
ever a clear cut favorite in any division game.
yeah, that's what I think it's gonna be. Yeah, that's what I think it's gonna be. Even though I sit here and I say Craig is a bum, and he's not no bum though. He
He
can
can
play the
play.
game.
Yeah, he can play the
He
game
can play
definitely.
the game, but he gotta get a win though. We can sit here and say
Yeah, all we
he
want.
wants to do that, but if you just lose,
Yeah, he's getting left.
then
He getting left behind. But like you said,
yeah,
if 9 and 7, 10 and 6 will win it, he's never really out of it until, as he could go on a run. Who knows? But
yeah, but I mean, he get a win, he right back in it. He
true.
going undefeated in the division. You
Let's
know what I'm saying?
let's run through the Daddy League's top 10 power rankings, and that'll finish us up.
Okay.
All right. According to Daddy Leagues, they got Kansas City Chiefs ranked number one, which is
Yeah.
Young Whip beating you. I guess
Yeah, that's what put him over. Yeah, that's what put him over. Beating
Well,
you.
there's going to be a shakeup in the number one spot because just as not to be a spoiler, but he lost week 3 to
Who he lose to?
it's really not hard.
Who,
So
Young Whip?
yeah, he lost that by 10, so he'll be bounced out of that top spot.
Oh my! You see what I mean,
He
man?
getting out, he getting bounced smooth out that top spot real soon, by tomorrow night.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
know what with these like with week I don't even look at these until like the halfway point.
This is just for the fun of it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know people
The
like that.
Packers is number 2, but he hasn't played a game yet, right?
I mean, we can't. Yeah, he hasn't played, so I mean,
So two forces is easy to be in the top 10. The only that's a legitimate number 3 is the Jets. Old Prince,
he about to
but
get
he's going to
bounced
get a
out. He
loss,
about
so
to
he's
get
going to get
bounced.
bounced out. The Redskins actually were number 4, which is AGR, and scrolling through the members list here, I think he did lose, right? Yeah, he lost to the Bears.
Yeah, he lost.
So he's definitely going to move out of there. The Cardinals was number 5. No, I'm sorry. The 49ers was number 5, which is legitimate. He'll probably move up to number 1, which I can see. Cool J's a good player, like you said. Then we got the Cardinals at number 6. The Cardinals is that's your boy, right? A little
Yeah,
bit.
he gonna get bumped up. Yeah, it's a little bit.
He gonna move
Yeah,
up.
he gonna get.
And then we got the Chargers at number 7, which is a shock, and he's gonna move up,
He's gonna move up. Yeah, he's gonna move up.
which is a shock. Then we got the Seahawks at number 8, which is Benny, which I could no, Benny lost. Benny lost 58-46 today to Gunny.
See what we were saying about Gunny? Who he lose to? Or is he undefeated?
Gunny,
Gunny lost. He lost the first week.
he lost the first week. Yeah, but like
Who
you,
was it?
who he lost to? Let me
Who
see.
he lose to?
Team schedule. He's the Saints, right?
Oh, Money the Prince. Yeah, Money the
So we don't really know much about Money the Prince, so we don't know if that's a good loss or a bad loss. Um,
Put up over like 130 in 2 games though.
yeah, it's crazy. So then we got the Jaguars at number 9, which is TTV Wampers.
I know, this is why I don't
But he got blown out in week 3, so he's done for out of the top 10. Then the Ravens round out the top 10, and this is only after
He's
week
gonna
2.
move up because he beat the Chiefs, so he's probably gonna be like
He'll move
5 or
up.
6.
Yeah.
Like
But
I said,
yeah, it's early. It's just a little fun just to see if you can stay in the top 10. It's funny because I was number 2 after week 1, and I dropped to number 17. I dropped 15 spots with 1 loss.
I think I was like number 5. I dropped to
14, I think.
14.
hopefully I think I should be able to enter back in the top 10 after my win today. We'll see, but it's no big, like you said, it's no big deal. But if I beat the Redskins tomorrow night or Sunday, I definitely a 3-1 first quarter with the start of the season that I'm having. I gotta be happy. I gotta be happy. Because I'm struggling in a couple leagues right now. But
Yeah, I mean,
I
like I
think I'm
said,
on. Like I said, like I told you earlier, I think I'm on to something on defense, and that's all. That's all it is. I pride myself on running the ball in defense. I think I'm on to something on defense. So
yeah, nah. I already know you on the lab looking,
yeah, I'm in there.
setting
Don,
something up.
I call myself Don Gruden, John Gruden,
Yeah,
coaching Cam, the quarterback camp. I'm in the defensive Don Gruden's defensive camp, and I think I'm
you
on to
gotta you
something.
gotta find your niche, man. I already know you gonna do it, but we gonna try to do this, just make it fun. We just trying to do something different to make this make this season fun and just each season just do something different and just try to do better.
Yeah, next week what we'll try to do is we'll have a guest user join us for a little while, interview him. Maybe we can interview one of the new guys and see what they all about. And see what type of season they think they're gonna have, since we don't know much about them. But
We could do that.
I guess
But
we.
yeah, that was a good first one. I think we went a lot longer than what we wanted to do.
Yeah, it went a little long, but it'll sharpen up. It's the first one, so you know.
Yeah.
Anybody, if any of the users want to be on and say a little something or whatever, or make a few promises or guarantees, you feel free, because you're gonna have to stick to it. And so the league gonna hold you to it. Yeah, just DM us and let us know. We can have you on the next one, which we'll probably do. What do you think? We'll do a quick one after week 4, a first quarter review.
Yeah, we could do that.
So yeah, we'll probably come to you Tuesday after the first 4 weeks is over, and then we'll take it from there. So y'all be easy, get your games up, and
That's about it.
wait on that patch, and hopefully these players can hold on to the ball. Till next time, y'all. I'm Don. OGMW's Don 123.
And Jamar, aka Tragedy, ODMW,
All right, we're
signing out.
signing out later.